Yeah, we could talk, but mad that doors in the court, like cause in the stir, like use what you heard, but too many words. It burns bright, did it determine, stop for the turn signs turning. Worst advice, where's your mind? Lurking, New York, I'm scared. What it is though, never really home, but I still made the list though, disco drip like gravy, still make the flow, still get brazy, still got my mixed holes, stood on my tiptoes, took on a big roll, ice don't phase me, face heavy, gaze deadly, leaks when it's safe and petty. If you feel like the time's not ready, let's move on past like fresh new grass or brand new senators. Never could measure a slip of the tongue, but the talk is venomous, stormed away, just couldn't weather us. Yeah, I had a thought, but now it's not relevant. Now it's not relevant. Now it's not relevant. Say how I'm feeling. Say how I'm meaning. I say what I'm feeling. I say how I'm feeling. I say how I'm meaning. I see what I'm feeling. Yeah.
It is opening night. A huge night for both sets of fans. Match day one in the UEFA Champions League. Who will get off to a flying start? It's Bayern. They take on Crystal Palace live. Well, just the sort of weather the fans were hoping for this evening. It's absolutely ideal. I'm Derek Ray in the commentary position, and I'm joined for analysis by Stuart Robson. And this is where it all starts in the UEFA Champions League, the group stage and match day one. My goodness, so much to look forward to. It is Bayern Munich up against Crystal Palace.
Well, I'm looking forward to this one, Derek. It's so important that you get off to a good start. So let's hope both sides go for the win here and we get an exciting match.
So the starting 11 for Bayern. Manuel Neuer stands between the posts. Leroy Sané plays with Kingsley Coman in the wide positions. And the main striker today is Harry Kane. Well, this is the team Crystal Palace have picked.
Well, the wide midfield players and the fullbacks need to have a good understanding here. If the midfield players tuck in, then the fullbacks need to get forward into the space they vacate, just to give them some attacking width.
And they kick off here. Chris Richards. Well, match day one in the UEFA Champions League, always exhilarating. And as we look at the group, Stuart, what might we see in this section?
Well, Bayern are the standout team for me. They play with great energy, they have lots of talented players, and they have a nice balance to their team. I think they'll top the group.
He's going forward well here. And tidy defensive play. They are enjoying plenty of space here, Bayern. Really good, strong tackle, and it'll be a throw-in. And Palace with possession again here. I must say this looks promising. Electing to shoot. Well, somehow the goalkeeper got to it. Can he deliver it with accuracy? No keeper will mind that sort of corner. And easily cut out in the end. Would have been a foul, but instead, advantage Bayern. Not a promising looking attack, but comes to nothing in the end. This could be troublesome. Still looking for space. And no problems at all for the keeper. Musiala. This is Coman. Coman. Oh, good defending to stop a decent-looking attack. That's useful play. To take the lead. Oh, chance missed. 0-0 it remains.
Well, chances don't come much better than that. What a miss that is.
Now they're going to alter things. Here's the substitution. Kane. And it's Harry Kane on the run, but they took care of the situation defensively. And Palace finding space on the flank. Firing it towards goal. A goal! The opening statement of the match. A richly deserved lead, and now they can celebrate.
Well, let's take another look. And wow, how cleanly does he hit that? The keeper was never going to save it. What a good goal that is.
So the whistle then, we're up the halfway stage in this match. Well, even the best can have their struggles, and that certainly applies to Harry Kane, Stuart, who's been a long way from his best.
Yeah, I've been really disappointed with him today, Derek. He just hasn't looked himself, but I think it's fair to say he hasn't had great service, has he?
And so the battle commences. So back in business here, and the challenge has been thrown down to Bayern Munich. Can they turn this match on its head? And taking it away. A chance to whip it in. Firing it in. Oh, keeper dealt with it.
Well, just listen to the crowd. They know this is a big chance to equalise.
Well, they've decided to make a change. They take it short. He's blocked it. Has eyes for goal. A gift for any goalkeeper. So half an hour remaining. And Kimmich couldn't keep it. Might be able to get in behind the defence.
Well, Bayern have controlled the game in the last 15 minutes, and they've created chances. They just haven't had that end product. But you just get a sense that equaliser is coming.
Yes, it's going to plan, and they might be able to carve out another chance. Neymar. Well, the supporters think it's on. Well, the fans' wish was his command, and he didn't miss by much.
Well, it certainly opened up for him, but he's off target. That was a decent chance, I would say.
have elected to go to the bench at this stage of the game. Twenty minutes to go in this one. And Palace doing well to regain possession. Kane. Now, was that the denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity?
And I think that's one we could have called from 5 miles away, Stuart. Clear red card offence.
Well, you've obviously got very good eyesight, but no doubt about that. He stopped the goal-scoring opportunity there. He had to go.
I had my eyes tested last week, I'll have you know.
Free kick, but a fine save. Bayern need to create something. They have a corner. And played in by Kimmich. And saved by the keeper.
Well, Bayern have certainly huffed and puffed and worked hard to get the equaliser, but at the end of the day, they just haven't been good enough, unless they get one more chance from now to the end of the game.
And the flag has gone up, offside. It's a substitution for Bayern.
Well, I'm not sure they deserve anything from this game, but there's still time to find that equaliser. And you have to say the crowd have been brilliant. They're still driving the team on.
And he stopped them in their tracks. Well, maybe a good position from which to counter. Need to get back quickly here. And a useful cross. Well, you've got to conclude that it was completely overhit. And 3 minutes will be added on for stoppages. Happy to shoot. Well, they needed a bit of goalkeeping inspiration, and that's what they've got.
Well, that just about keeps his team in this one, but are they good enough to go and get the equaliser?
Delivering it. Good bit of defending. So full time it is, and a morale-boosting 3 points on the board to begin their European campaign.
Well, you always want to get off to a good start, and that's exactly what they've done here. Now they can look forward to the next game. They're in a great position.
But it just seems in this game he's been a step ahead of his opponents in every way, Stuart.
Well, he gave them a really hard time, didn't he? His speed of thought was excellent, and he took the winning goal so well. He was brilliant today.
Well, if you like an old-time football feel, this is the place for you. We're in South London at Selhurst Park. I'm Derek Ray on the commentary gantry and delighted to be joined as always by Stuart Robson. And we've got Champions League group stage action to look forward to this evening. It's Crystal Palace facing Galatasaray.
Well, Derek, these were very good in their opening games. Both look to be in top form. This should be a great game today.
And here's the Palace 11.
Well, the wide midfield players and the fullbacks need to have a good understanding here. If the midfield players tuck in, then the fullbacks need to get forward into the space they vacate, just to give them some attacking width.
And number 10,
And the starting 11 for Galatasaray. Fernando Muslera is the goalkeeper. Lucas Torreira plays alongside Kerem Demirbay in the centre of midfield. And playing up front today, Mauro Icardi. And now they get the ball rolling. Richards. Icardi. Well, that's how to outwit your opponent. Good defending in the end, and danger averted for now. Going well, and quick thinking defensively. Good tackle taken away. Well, Mauro Icardi can be well nigh unstoppable. What's it?
Well, Derek, he comes into this game full of confidence because in the last match he was outstanding. He got his 2 goals, but his general play made him the best player on the pitch by a long way.
Well, good run this. Now what can he do with it? Wilfried Zaha. Well, it did look promising, but no threat in the end.
blocking the emergency exit. Please return to your vehicle immediately. Thank you.
He's beaten his man. Looking for the angle. And a very good challenge. Real chance. Must be. And a goal to give them the lead. They have their reward.
Well, here it is again, and it's all about the pace on the counter-attack. They were so quick to break out from their defensive positions. And then through on goal, he just goes for power and smashes it past the keeper. There's no stopping that. What a great finish.
Well, the ball is moving once more. How important will that opening goal prove to be? Well, a stylish moment. And he might be through here. No hiding from the fact that they really should have extended their lead.
Well, that was a poor miss. Could they come to regret that?
And a tidy challenge. So almost at half-time, and they are making good use of home advantage. Still a bit of work to do, though. Stuart, your thoughts on what you've seen?
Yes, they've defended really well all over the pitch. Their work rate and discipline has been excellent. But any drop in tempo...
And the goalkeeper has outdone himself with that save.
Now they're going to alter things. Here's the substitution.
Corner kick played in. Not the best clearance. Just missing narrowly on the volley.
Well, it's a fantastic effort. Difficult technique, but he caught it so well. He's unfortunate.
And just 1 minute of time added on for stoppages.
And so the first half has come to an end here at Selhurst Park. You certainly have got to give this man high marks for his work up to this point, Stuart.
Well, I thought he had a really effective first half. Not only did he get the goal that gave them the lead, but his general play was really good. He was a constant threat, and I'm sure we'll see more of him in the second half.
Well, they've got things going again here, and I wonder what kind of second half we have in store for us. Well, he's got past his man.
Crucial piece of defending. Might be able to get in behind the defence. Can he find the net? Able to get his body in the way. Can they do something positive on the counter-attack? The defender put in the challenge, and it might be a red card.
And the referee didn't have much choice. A sending off it is.
Yeah, no complaints there. That's a sending off all day long.
Oh, great play.
Nicely blocked. Mertens. This might be Kerem Demirbay. Now Icardi involved in the... My goodness, that save. Fully stretched he was.
Well, trailing, but plenty of time left and a corner coming up. Can someone get on the end of this?
Aware of the threat, solving the problem. And under pressure, that was a fine claim. Ziyech.
Well, a struggle for Galatasaray to keep possession here.
Ziyech. Electing to cross into the centre. He brings it down, but work to do. Corner awarded.
Substitution for Crystal Palace.
So making the substitution now.
Number 19, Will Hughes. Coming onto the pitch. Number 15, Jeffrey Schlupp.
Played over.
And the counter-attack is on. Options available.
And a timely intervention. Well, they've given him too much space.
And it's opening up. And the goal was staring him in the face, but he couldn't take advantage of the chance.
Well, that would have extended their lead. What a golden opportunity that was.
And into the last 15 minutes of action.
That is a tackle and a half. Ndombele.
Oh, good vision.
Real chance. Oh, they really might regret that.
Well, what a big chance that was. That was the game right there.
And time for the change now.
Late in the game here, and they know what they've got to do.
And routine for the keeper in the end. The cross far too close to him.
Ndombele. Oh, really commanding goalkeeping.
Substitution for the visitors.
Substitution time it is here.
Number 92.
A corner.
Then, and with time running out, they've got to ask questions.
Can he put it away? And so near on the volley.
Well, he'll be frustrated with that finish. That was a big opportunity there.
Great ball over the top.
Icardi. Well, do they have it in them to level this?
And there goes the final whistle. The big story here, maximum points for Palace. What did you make of it?
Well, another excellent result, and it's the perfect start. Of course, they're not through yet, but another good performance, and they'll surely make the knockout stages.
Well, this man has given us plenty of reasons to dwell on his performance, hasn't he, Stuart?
Well, he gave them a really hard time, didn't he? His speed of thought was excellent, and he took the winning goal so well. He was brilliant today.
When the draw was made for this round of the competition, it was this match that captured everyone's attention. Arguably two of the favourites to go all the way. It's going to be fascinating. Stay with us, we'll have all the action for you live right here on EA TV.
Well, if you like an old-time football feel, this is the place for you. We're in South London at Selhurst Park. I'm Derek Ray, ready here in the commentary position, and alongside me is the former Arsenal, West Ham and Coventry midfielder Stuart Robson. And we're very much looking forward to bringing you action from the Champions League, this group stage contest. It's Crystal Palace facing FC Copenhagen.
Well, thanks, Derek. It's a real pleasure to be here. What a great atmosphere we've got inside the stadium. I'm really looking forward to this one. It should be a good contest, that's for sure.
The team Crystal Palace have picked.
Well, as you can see, they are very narrow in the attacking areas. So they have to be really clever with their combination play. But watch out for the fullbacks. They love to get forward to provide the width.
This is the lineup for the visitors today.
Well, the two wide players are great in 1v1 situations, and their movement is also very good. But it's the midfield three that will need to control the flow of the game.
And now they get the ball rolling. Just the challenge that was required. Could be in here. And a fine stop. Aware of the threat, solving the problem. Sloppy in possession from Palace. Larsson. And moving the ball forward with genuine purpose here. That's effective pressure, high up the pitch. Good idea. Oh, surely! A majestic piece of goalkeeping there.
That's goalkeeping at its best. He's so hard to beat from that sort of range.
And he's fired over the corner. Well, capable of a better clearance than that. And he's gone for power. So close to finding the net. Well, they have the ball once more. He's managed to get in behind. It's got to be. Without putting too fine a point on it, he really should have put that away.
Well, that should have been the opening goal, no doubt about that. But it's a wasteful finish.
Well, they couldn't keep it.
Well, Palace have had all the possession over the last 15 minutes and have played some really lovely football going forward. They must now make it count and get themselves in front.
Now can they win back possession and carve out another chance for themselves? Wasteful again in possession. Could be dangerous. Oh, magical piece of goalkeeping.
Well, he's just pulled off a great save there. Such good reactions. It really is.
Poor execution with regard to the corner.
And Palace did well to win back possession. Oh, great attacking play. Being egged on by the crowd. And when all was said and done, it could have gone in.
Well, the crowd wanted him to shoot, and he did just that. But he's got to hit the target there.
They will now make use of their substitutes bench. Oh, tremendous vision. Clean challenge. And they need to get tighter here. Well, it didn't go to plan in the end. And making headway. Diogo Gonçalves. Oh, it might be. And the referee blows the whistle, bringing to an end the first half here at Selhurst Park. So back underway, and an intriguing second half in prospect. He read the situation defensively and did his job. Rasmus Falk. Now can they make something happen? Oh, a tremendous block. Counter-attacking chance. Well, they couldn't quite use that break in the manner that they'd hoped. Could cross it in here. And whipped into the box. And the goalkeeper covered a lot of ground to push that away from danger. McKenna. And into the last 30 minutes now. Distributing it well. And playing it through. Oh, that's a solid piece of defending when it looked as though it might go wrong for them. And over the touchline for what will be a Palace throw. Time for a change then. Likes to run with the ball at his feet. My goodness, that save. Fully stretched he was. One for his own highlights reel.
Well, just listen to these fans. They're urging their team to score here and take the lead.
And ably dealt with. Well, a classic example of how to intercept. Now can they counter clinically? A goal has been scored in one of the other games. Alex Scott has the news.
It's a goal for Bayern Munich. The goalkeeper will be looking at himself on that one. He was totally out of position, and it was an easy finish. It's now level at 2-2 with 70 minutes on the clock.
Thanks as always, Alex. Room to manoeuvre on the wing. And credit is due for that good piece of defending. Time running out, but they could yet win it. Just 10 minutes remaining here. Claesson. Larsson. Will he play it in? And with that, the attack fizzles out. Now breaking at pace. Potential danger. Feeding it through. Being egged on by the crowd. Oh, good defending to stop a decent-looking attack.
And just 1 minute of time added on for stoppages. And that is that, the full-time whistle here, and nothing to separate the two sides at all over 90 minutes. It finishes 0-0. Stuart? They know what's needed. A win in this game and a favourable result elsewhere will lift them into the... Hello and welcome, and as you can see, Arctic conditions enveloping the stadium for this one. I'm Derek Ray on the commentary gantry, and delighted to be joined as always by Stuart Robson. And we've got Champions League group stage action to look forward to this evening. It is FC Copenhagen up against Crystal Palace.
Well, they're in a great position at the moment, Derek. No wonder these travelling fans are making so much noise. Another good performance here, and they should go through.
Well, here is the lineup for the hosts today.
Well, it's a 4-3-3 formation with a centre forward and two wingers. So it's important that the midfield players give support to the striker whenever the ball goes wide. They can't allow him to be isolated.
Well, this is the team Crystal Palace have picked.
Well, it's a back four, a narrow midfield three and a very disconnected front three. But if the midfield players give good support to the central striker, this 4-3-3 system...
Oh, they could be in here, Stuart. And a goal! They start as they mean to continue. They make the opening statement.
Well, here it is again, and it's all about the pace in transition. They're so quick to get out from the back, but he's still got so much work to do. Just look at the strength he shows to hold off the defender and still get his shot away. That's a really good finish.
So the match is restarted, 1-0 here. RAVER. Cornelius has it. Just the challenge that was required. That's useful play, but it fizzles out thanks to that piece of defending. Just have to make sure they don't get caught on the counter-attack. And Palace unable to retain possession. Falk. Able to get his body in the way. And a strong tackle. Well, he's certainly not alone. And having a goal! Well, it wasn't quite as dangerous as I thought it might be. Well, there was impending danger, but good defending. Andreas Cornelius. Palace regaining possession. Oh, he's through here. And he's made it a brace for himself. The defender's just unable to stay with him. And he's having a field day.
Well, let's see this again. This is counter-attacking football at its very best. And his movement's so clever. Once he gets onto it, there's only one thought in his head. Smash it as hard as possible. What a good goal.
Back underway with the lead standing at 2-0. Andreas Cornelius. And they know they need to stop him. Oh, what an opportunity. And a goal! He's put it away! A celebratory moment!
Well, I won't get tired of watching this. It's an outstanding bit of play. Just look how far he runs with the ball. That's a great goal.
Well, this is threatening to get out of hand. Just look at the scoreline. If you're wondering about stoppage time, 1 minute to be added on. And there goes the half-time whistle. Well, a bright and positive performance so far. Interested to get your take, Stuart.
Well, they're doing what they can here, but they can't affect what's going on in the other game. I thought it was a good first 45 minutes from them. They just need to carry this through into the second half.
And the game begins. And a goal! They start as they mean to continue. They make the opening statement. Oh, he's through here. And he's made it a brace for himself. The defender's just unable to stay with him. And he's having a field day. And they know they need to stop him. Oh, what an opportunity. And a goal! He's put it away. A celebratory moment. Into the second half then. Eye-catching stuff from Palace in the first half. Are we in for more of the same here? Well, since they have the ball, the referee playing advantage here. Well, no luck keeping possession. Well, breaking at pace is always a possibility. A goal here! Giving his team precisely what they were looking for. Now he deserves to celebrate it.
Well, just look at this again. The speed of counter-attack is so impressive. And then through on goal, he just goes for power and smashes it past the keeper. There's no stopping that. What a great finish.
A lopsided contest, 4-0. Well, I'm hearing there's been a goal in the Bayern game. Alex Scott can fill us in.
Yeah, it's a goal for Bayern. It's now 1-0 with 53 minutes played.
Many thanks, Alex. Determined defending. And Palace could get in behind the defence. Well, that cross was more than acceptable, but they couldn't fire it home. Just couldn't get it through. Falk. Cornelius has it. What a block! Well, they have elected to go to the bench at this stage of the game. Now how about the short corner? Now delivering that deep cross. Well, the marking was tight. The header off target in the end. Twenty minutes remaining. Oh, he fancies his chances. The keeper was never likely to be in trouble then. Going well. But nothing comes of it. Good defending it was. Chances on. Surely. Oh, yes! It's gone in! And now a chance for them to revel in the moment.
Well, here's another look, and you can see what a good finish this is. He holds off the defender brilliantly and keeps his composure. That's a great goal.
Oh, my goodness, it's so one-sided. 5-0 in this match. RAVER. Now, from what I'm hearing, there's been a goal in the Bayern Munich game. Over to Alex for the information.
It's a goal for Bayern Munich. They've extended their lead to 3 with 80 minutes played.
Cheers, Alex. Oh, he's lost possession. Determined defending. Well, it comes down to the final 5 minutes. Chance to finish. In it goes! He's made it a brace for himself. No stopping him.
Well, here it is again, and it's all about the pace in transition. They're so quick to get out from the back, and then the finish is fairly simple in the end. That's a good goal.
Well, if there were any lingering doubts about the outcome, surely they now have been removed. The referee has decided that 2 additional minutes are in order. Well, there was impending danger, but good defending. And that will be all for this game. It goes into the history books as a victory for Crystal Palace. How would you sum this up?
Well, Derek, what a good performance that was. They did most things right, and their attacking play was inventive and had a real cutting edge. That was a really dominant display from them today.
Well, it just seems that this game, he's been a step ahead of his opponents in every way, Stuart.
Well, he looked a top-class player today. Every time he touched the ball, he was a threat, and he worked so hard for the team as well. What a good display that was.
Something's broke deep down. I feel so low. How many times do I threaten to go?
They know what's at stake. Just a point required to guarantee their passage through to the knockout stages. We'll have it live on EA TV. Well, the Bosphorus is very much part of the story here in Istanbul, and we're on the European side of it at the home of Galatasaray. I'm Derek Ray, and sitting alongside me, ready to provide all the technical and tactical analysis, is Stuart Robson. And we're very much looking forward to bringing you action from the Champions League, this group stage contest. It's Galatasaray up against Crystal Palace.
Well, they're in a great position at the moment, Derek. No wonder these travelling fans are making so much noise. Another good performance here, and they should go through.
And the starting 11 for Galatasaray. Fernando Muslera is the goalkeeper. Kerem Demirbay starts alongside Lucas Torreira in the middle of midfield. And playing up front today, Mauro Icardi. And here's the Palace 11.
Well, in this formation, it's the fullbacks who have to get forward to provide the width, because the midfield and front players stay very narrow. But it should allow them to control the middle of the park, where they are dominant.
And the contest begins.
And he couldn't quite get himself back on side, Stuart.
Well, as a player, you need to be able to change your mind, but he wasn't able to, and that's a poor pass.
And there to intervene. Well, as we've already made note of, here is the scenario for the visitors on this occasion. Stuart, can they secure their place in the knockout stages?
Yeah,
big chance here! And that's easy peasy for the keeper. He's in behind. Surely! But can't avail himself of the chance.
Well, he'd be disappointed with that. Maybe it's just come a bit too early for him.
Tete. Icardi. Really fine piece of defending play to break it up. Breaking at pace. Can he put it away? And it's in! 1-0. They've breached the defence.
Well, just look at this again. The speed of counter-attack is so impressive, and the finish is just as good. That's an excellent goal.
So underway again here, 1-0 the score. And support available. Well, it was a promising avenue of attack, but the momentum has been halted. You wouldn't be surprised to see the card handed out. And yellow it is, a booking.
Yeah, he was too impatient to win the ball and probably deserved a yellow card.
Firing it towards goal! And tipping it over the crossbar.
Well, it represents a potential opportunity for Crystal Palace to extend their advantage. Delivering it.
Still could be dangerous. Brilliantly blocked. Wilfried Zaha.
And Galatasaray unable to hang on to the ball.
Chances on. A strong hand on the ball.
Nelson.
Aurier.
And over the touchline for what will be a Galatasaray throw.
Well, it's been quite clear that Palace have been second best in terms of possession, but their attacking play has been really incisive. It's been a really good display from them so far.
Galatasaray doing well to regain possession.
And he's broken free. Can he finish?
Oh, not to be. That would have put them well on their way, Stuart.
Well, that could prove to be a big miss. Surely has to score there.
Mertens. Well, a successful intervention, winning the ball back. So 2 minutes of stoppage time to be added on. And there it is, the half-time whistle, and the main thing is they're currently on course to book their place in the knockout stages today.
Well, it's job half done so far, Derek. Now they need to...
Away they go again. Second half is underway here. An aesthetically pleasing attack, and it's gone through Icardi. He has teammates around him. And the substitution will occur now. And the flag down. Well, he was one of their better players in the first half, but needed to be better still. Stuart, your thoughts?
Yes, it's probably a little unfair to single him out. The entire team have struggled, but we're going to need to see a big improvement, both from him...
Well, a powerful effort, but not threatening the goalkeeper, and he'll be disappointed. Icardi. Regained possession. Hughes. Oh, surely. And a decent save. Full credit. Wilfried Zaha. Zaha. That's useful play. And Palace unable to retain possession. Gives it a go. And diving to thwart him.
Well, these fans have had to be patient. Could this be the equaliser?
And the short option preferred. Mertens veering inside. In position. Oh, the keeper made it look routine. It was anything but. Well, chasing this game, but the corner might help them. They decided that now is the time to go to the bench. And he clears it out of harm's way. Now let us point you in the direction of Champions League group stage action coming up live here on EA TV. It's
Derek, big moment here.
Well, it's all going so swimmingly for them here. Another goal. And now it's a matter of avoiding any silly mistakes.
Well, here it is again, and the pace in which they break forward is devastating. It's so hard to defend against, and his movement's so clever. Once he gets onto it, there's only one thought in his head: smash it as hard as possible. What a good goal.
So the ball rolling again at 2-0. Icardi. Oh, good play this. Will he shoot? The fans hope so. Well, you could hear the fans imploring him to shoot. He might think differently next time.
Well, from there, with not too much pressure on him, that's a poor attempt. It's well wide in the end.
Good looking ball. There could be a chance now. Can he put it away? And a really good stop.
Well, that's a save of the highest quality. Great goalkeeping there.
Well, they have elected to go to the bench at this stage of the game. He's driven in the corner and making sure it wasn't problematic. Determined defending. Now counter-attacking possibilities. Just the challenge that was required. Well, taking into account all the stoppages, 3 minutes to be added on. Oh, big chance! In it goes! To rubber stamp it once and for all.
Well, you have to admire this bit of play. Just look how he runs with the ball. He always looked in control, didn't he? That's a brilliant goal.
And so that is going to be that. The final whistle here, and they're in a pretty comfortable position because not only have they booked a place in the knockout stages, it's still very much on for them to finish top of the group, Stuart.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Derek. It's job half done at the moment. They'll still want to take that top spot, though. It could make all the difference going into the next round.
But it just seems in this game, he's been a step ahead of his opponents in every way, Stuart.
Well, that was a great performance. His understanding of how to find space was brilliant today. And, of course, he scored 2 really good goals.
Breaking at pace. Can he put it away?
Run, here come the menaces. Like what? Super thug is thumping on the cut. Run. Weighs a ton, hit the drum till you hear it go ba-dum-ba-bum-bum. Run, piety just really isn't us. With a rush, see you cutting up a pie, that's my lunch. Run, yo, pockets when I come, it's an honor to be right Denise's only son. Yeah, ever ready, baby boy, bitty, moving extra heavy with his Chevy. Gotta get it, eat spaghetti with the monster.
The ticket is already stamped for the knockout phase, but can they claim top spot and perhaps a favourable draw? It's coming up on EA TV. Well, if you like an old-time football feel, this is the place for you. We're in South London at Selhurst Park. I'm Derek Ray, your match commentator, and alongside providing all the tactical analysis is Stuart Robson. Coming up for you is this final group stage game in the Champions League. It's Crystal Palace up against Bayern Munich.
Well, it's so important they tried to clinch that top spot, Derek. It could just give them an easier tie in the knockout stages. These fans will certainly be demanding it.
And here's the Palace 11.
Well, key to their success today will be the front three. If they combine well, are clever around the box and rotate their positions, they'll cause all sorts of problems.
And here's our Crystal Palace lineup. Number 30, Dean Henderson. Number 7,
here's how Bayern will line up. Manuel Neuer between the posts. Matthijs de Ligt plays with Dayo Upamecano in central defence. Konrad Laimer starts with Leon Goretzka in the centre of midfield. And the focal point in attack today, Harry Kane. And the game begins. It is a decent-looking attack here. He's in behind. Can they put it away? And in at the second time of asking, but the goalkeeper badly at fault. So Palace get the game restarted. Disappointed to have conceded. Now can they come up with a quick response? A meaty but fair challenge, and it will be a throw-in. Good work from Palace to win back possession. Exploiting the wide area. Can he get them level? They just couldn't stay in front. And now this match is all square.
Well, let's see this again. This is counter-attacking football at its very best. And his movement's so clever. Once he gets onto it, there's only one thought in his head. Smash it as hard as possible. What a good goal.
So back underway, they've levelled it at 1-1 here. Well, Bayern Munich have possession again. Well, after the turn of events last time out, the home side know full well they're guaranteed a safe passage into the knockout stages.
Well, they've qualified, which is great, but they'll still want to put in another good performance today, especially in front of these fans.
Well, that's a very poor effort, dearie me.
Well, he's made a mess of that. That's a wasted opportunity.
Will Hughes. He has teammates around him.
Well, as you can see, he's a dangerous runner with the ball. He has such good...
Well, 2-1 it is here. Kane. Would have been a foul, but instead, advantage Bayern. Musiala. Laimer on the ball. Bayern pushing forward with options available. Well, didn't go to plan in the end. Now Bayern with acres of space out wide. Disappointing pass. So almost at half-time, and they are making good use of home advantage. Still a bit of work to do though. Stuart, your thoughts on what you've seen?
Well, it's been a good first half so far, and they've been the better side.
Can he put it in? Oh, how about that for the last line of defence? Well, the referee remaining very much in control. Now the card, and it's yellow. Plenty of support here. But quick thinking defensively. Can he take advantage? Oh, denied by the post. No nonsense clearance. Well, there it is, 45 minutes remaining in the group stage, and confirmation that if the scores remain as they are now, they'll be going through as group winners.
And I think they deserve to win this group. They've been the best team, and today we've seen why. That was a really good first 45 minutes from them.
And now they get the ball rolling. He's in behind. Can they put it away? And in at the second time of asking, but the... So underway again, and Palace with the lead, but this game far from being done and dusted. This looks promising out wide. And he takes on the shot. Always going to be the goalkeeper's ball. Kane. And Bayern Munich now in potentially a dangerous position. And will it be the leveller? Well, he could have put it away again, but credit to the goalkeeper.
Well, the way he's playing, he's surely going to get his second goal soon here.
Can he deliver it with accuracy? Still a chance. Well, nothing untoward happened. Possession one. Coman. The danger not over. Oh, tremendous reflex action there from the keeper.
Well, he didn't have long to react, did he? But that's a top-class save, I have to say.
So deciding to make a personnel change at this juncture. Playing it short. And the ball back with Crystal Palace now.
Bayern have completely controlled the ball in the last 15 minutes, and they've played some good football. It's just now about taking one of those chances to get back into the game.
Can the owner of the red car registration BGO4DOM please return to your vehicle? Lights are on.
And Bayern moving the ball with purpose. Will it be Harry Kane? And no problems at all for the keeper. And into the last 20 minutes. Oh, that's a super piece of defending. Oh, breezing past him. Goretzka. And Palace have the ball again. Well, there's a really stylish piece of running. Can he finish them off? He's done it! What a climax to this game!
Well, just look at this again. He's so hard to knock off the ball once he gets going. Of course the defending could be better, but that's a great individual goal.
Underway again with the score at 3-1.
Coming off the pitch, number 17, Nathaniel Klein.
Jamal Musiala.
Number 12, Joel Ward.
And we've entered the final 5 minutes. Well, that's how to keep the opposition at bay. Good use of advantage by the referee in Bayern's favour. Goretzka. Well, very effective play in possession. And he's in. And he's only gone and made it a hat-trick. Absolutely unplayable today. What a performance.
Well, here we can see it again. Look at the way he glides past the defender to create space for himself. And when he gets onto it, he decides to go for power. It's a really emphatic finish, which gives the keeper no chance.
There goes the final whistle. And it doesn't get much better than this for them, Stuart, in the group stage. Top spot is theirs.
Well, over the course of this group, they've been the best team. They've played some attractive football, they've worked hard to win the ball back, and they deserve to be top dogs.
Something's broke deep down. I feel so low. How many times do I threaten to go?
What a mouth-watering prospect this is. Two genuine heavyweights of European football, both with the potential to go all the way. It's difficult to pick a winner here. Stay with us, we'll have all the action for you live right here on EA TV. Welcome on a wet night for all concerned. It's been raining cats and dogs here. My name is Derek Ray, positioned here on the commentary gantry, and sitting next to me, ready to give you all the analysis, is Stuart Robson. And we've got action from the first leg of this Champions League round of 16 tie. It is Young Boys up against Crystal Palace.
Well, what an occasion this is for the home side and its supporters. Yes, of course, they're up against it today, but how they would love to cause a shock here. If they work as hard as they can, close their opponents down, defend with determination and get a little bit of luck, they may just pull off a surprise.
And the lineup for the home side.
Well, a diamond in midfield can be a good system in a 4-4-2, but only if you know how to play it well. Yes, they should dominate the central areas, but they could be vulnerable out wide.
Well, this is the team Crystal Palace have picked.
Well, the front three are really good in tight areas. They link up well, they play little 1-2s, and they move the ball quickly. But unless the fullbacks get forward, the team lacks attacking width.
And this confrontation is underway. And on the back of that particular challenge, will the referee let the matter rest there?
He's not going to take any messing about here.
That's a good ball. Hughes. And defensive play to be applauded. Well, you never quite know who's going to emerge from the shadows and become a match winner, but this man might be a decent shout. What are you expecting to see from him, Stuart?
Yeah, obviously his goal-scoring record speaks for itself. He's just so difficult to mark.
Oh, it's developing nicely for them here. Well, to think he only had the keeper to beat. Couldn't take the opportunity. And the emphasis is on creativity. It's still alive. And eventually, goalkeeper's ball.
Well, you can sense the relief amongst his teammates. But what a first save that was.
Well, nothing for them to worry about in the end. Good defending. And Palace finding space on the flank. Deciding to go inside. Well, they're not standing off their opponents in the slightest. Well, it clearly was deflected, so it will be their throw-in. And support available. Well, it came to nothing in the end. Filip Ugrinic. And they need to get tighter here to take the lead. And a goal! Now they have their opener, and now they can celebrate.
Well, as you can see, this is absolutely brilliant. He's such a good runner with the ball, and it's a great individual goal. Brilliant from him.
Back underway, and 1-0 it is. Let's see what happens next. Attacking possibilities for Palace. It has to be! And a goal! Another one! Two in quick succession! No wonder they're celebrating!
Well, here's the replay. Watch how he goes past his man with such ease, and it's just a change of pace. And the movement is good, making for a comfortable finish. It's a really great goal.
So underway once more, 2-0 the lead here. Elia. Cedric Itten. Oh, in with a chance! Well, it goes a-begging, and when you're 2 goals down, you've got to be cold-blooded.
Yeah, they need to take those sort of chances. They're struggling here, you have to say that.
Filip Ugrinic. And a creative look about this. But they took care of the situation defensively. A chance to whip it in. Now, who can he play it to? Oh, danger here. And the whistle is sounded for half-time in this game. So the two teams have switched around and the second half is underway. Oh, nice work to get past his opponent. Can he get one back? Oh, he stopped it.
Well, I thought that would be a goal, but what a save. Great reactions. Well, they haven't seen too many chances, but the crowd sensing this could be a turning point. They need a goal here.
Going well. And the keeper's delighted to see that sail well over the bar. Goal kick. Needed to be more accurate than that from the keeper. And a throw in then. Loris Benito. Now, what can they produce on the flank? And let's give credit to the defending. Real chance. And there is the goal! Wow, that changes the equation. And they have the momentum now. He read the situation defensively and did his job. Lauper. What can they do from here? Will he shoot? The fans hope so. Well, he gave it quite the blast, but nowhere close to the goal. Well, they are committed to making the substitution here. A long way from the perfect pass. Lauper. In with a chance. Can he convert? And a goal to seal the hat-trick! A masterclass in finishing. Just can't stop him today.
Well, here we can see it again. Look at the way he glides past the defender to create space for himself. And once he gets onto it, he just smashes it past the keeper with great technique. What an emphatic finish that is.
Underway again with the score at 3-1. Just the challenge that was required. Referees are rightly praised for giving advantage, but when there is no advantage, it has to be a free kick. Wasn't the best of free kicks. Now the counter-attack looks on. And finally up a cul-de-sac. And he's made headway. Oh, a smart stop. Substitution time it is here. Who can he pick out? Good bit of defending. Oh, good strike. Might still be able to do a bit of damage. Just the clearance that was called for. Sloppy with the ball, Nathaniel Klein. And threading it through. And the chance is on. And a goal! If there were any remaining doubts, that will settle the issue.
Well, here's the goal again, and what a wonderfully weighted pass this is. And when he gets onto it, he decides to go for power. It's a really emphatic finish, which gives the keeper no chance.
too much defending going on in the grand scheme of things. 4-1. And there goes the final whistle. It's a victory for the visitors in the first leg of this tie. One man the focus of attention. Top marksman in the Champions League. Can he add to his haul this evening? Hello everyone, and delighted to be able to report that the weather has cooperated tonight here in South London. We're at Selhurst Park. I'm Derek Ray, and my commentary partner as always is Stuart Robson. And it's the Champions League round of 16's second leg. It's Crystal Palace facing Young Boys.
Well, after that first leg, you feel it may be a foregone conclusion. Hopefully the visitors can find an early goal, just put a little doubt amongst the crowd, create some tension, then build off of that. You do feel it's going to be an uphill battle, though.
This is the team Crystal Palace have picked.
Well, key to their success today will be the front three. If they combine well, are clever around the box and rotate their positions, they'll cause all sorts of problems.
This is how the visitors will set up today.
Well, if the players at the side of the diamond don't tuck in when they lose possession, and the number 10 doesn't recover, the holding midfield player could be in for a really difficult game today.
And the match begins. And a good challenge to bring that attack to an end. Sandro Lauper. Well, you never quite know who's going to dominate a game in advance, but I think you can maybe make an argument for this fellow, Stuart. What do you think we'll see from him today?
Well, he's certainly on fire at the moment. He looks fit, he looks sharp, and he's full of confidence. He's just been too hot to
handle.
They
could put it away, Stuart. And a goal! They start as they mean to continue. They make the opening statement.
Well, here it is again, and the pace in which they break forward is devastating. It's so hard to defend against, and it makes the striker's job so easy. All he has to do is make the right connection. It's a lovely goal.
Well, the ball is moving once more. How important will that opening goal prove to be?
One, please return to your vehicle immediately. Thank you.
I think the referee was spot on there. A free kick in the end after he had attempted to play advantage. And he stopped them in their tracks. Ugrinic. And he saw the situation developing. Well, diving magnificently to make sure he got there. Who can they pick out? Not the best clearance. Firing it in. Pretty routine there for the goalkeeper. Not a good pass. And offside it is. Oh, great vision. Now, can they hit them on the counter? Well, it looked like open road for them, but up a dead end. Well, very effective play in possession. Well, disappointing end to the move. Itten. Palace regaining possession. My goodness, it looked as though he was clean through. And the referee, what will he do here? And it is an early shower for him. Red card.
Well, the outcome was never in doubt. That was always going to be a sending off.
Now they're going to alter things. Here's the substitution. Well, making considerable progress with the ball. He must finish! Oh, good work by the keeper. Time for a change then. And over comes the corner. Not away completely. Anderson. And a goal here! There it is! They've done it!
Well, here's the replay, and you can see why the manager is furious. It's just really poor play, offering up possession far too easily in a dangerous area. And at this level, if you keep doing that, you're going to get punished. It's just not good enough.
So back underway with the lead standing at 2-0. 2 minutes of stoppage time coming up. And that is going to be all for the first 45 here at Selhurst Park. And they kick off here. Away they go again. Second half is underway here. Well, he has the measure of his opponent. And the challenge, crisp and clean. Well, they might be able to launch a counter-attack. Well, doesn't get away with it. Free kick given. Could still be dangerous. And that'll roll through to the keeper. The attack just fizzling out in the end. And into the last 30 minutes now. Opportunity here. And what a magical save it was. So deciding to make a personnel change at this juncture. He's driven in the corner. Appeared to be in two minds. Tenacious tackling, excellent defending there. And that's going to be gathered. This looks promising out wide. But it fizzles out thanks to that piece of defending. And he's made headway. And this time it's in! Fabulous goal! And just look at the celebrations.
Well, let's look at this again, Derek, because the transition when the ball changes hands is so quick and his movement's so clever. Once he gets onto it, there's only one thought in his head. Smash it as hard as possible. What a good goal.
Three goals without reply. Well, we're inside the final quarter of an hour now. This is looking threatening. Great opportunity. And a goal! That's his brace. They just can't keep him quiet.
Well, here's the replay. Watch how he goes past his man with such ease, and it's just a change of pace. And then the shot is emphatic. He strikes it with such power, the keeper has no time to react. What a good finish.
And this is turning into something of a rout. 4-0. Ugrinic. Nias. Well, the defenders know they need to get tighter, but quick thinking defensively. Odson Edouard. Oh, and it goes! Now he has his hat-trick. A special moment for him.
Well, here's the replay, and just look at that power. That's almost unstoppable. That's a great strike.
My goodness, it's so one-sided. 5-0 in this match.
Well-timed tackle.
And that's it, the final whistle, and the hosts will go through.
Well, I thought they were excellent over the two games. They controlled the midfield areas, they were clever around the box, and they looked dangerous in the wide areas. They were two really good performances.
Ela não para um segundo, é melhor coisa do mundo, brava de chava, destrava e tira da fossa qualquer vagabundo, Ela sabe por que veio, gosta de festa e passeio, nada como um dia após outro dia e mais uma noite no meio. Vem que eu vou, se quiser que eu vou, se quiser que eu vou, se quiser que eu vou. É de matriz celestial, minha miss, raiz imperial. Sem diz, me diz que é bis no final. Diz que eu te fiz feliz, real. Ela acha que eu mereço, bote pra que apareço. Só fala hora e a roupa que eu sou vida louca e broto no endereço. Mesmo um ator principal, às vezes meu corre é 1000 grau. Desculpa se eu sair tão de repente que não é todas as novelas